Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a while, hey? It's been a moment, but hey, I'm back. Woo! But yo, let me tell you, Miguel was going through the most. Miguel was singing flames. Yo guys, have you guys ever felt like you are out of sync? You're not in alignment. You're not feeling sick, but you know something is not right. Have you ever went through that thing where you're just going through the motions and yeah, have you? I have. I have, and that's why I decided to record this video so that I can share with you guys what I went through and how I overcame that. Feeling out of sync and going back to alignment. How did I do it? Let's find out. Please don't go anywhere. Yo guys, so I recently went through a period when I felt like I was out of sync. I felt like things were misaligned in my life and I was just going through the motions. At first, I was not aware, that something was wrong. I was just doing what I had to do every day, getting ready, going to do my work, coming back. And then this just continued and continued. But I stopped doing the things that I enjoy. And you'll be surprised when I tell you that I could not exercise for a while. Yes. I could not wake up in the morning like I normally do. I can't remember when was it, but I shoot a video on my morning routine, taking you through my morning routine, what I do and stuff. But I couldn't wake up early in the morning to do my workout, my morning routine. Like I was just not myself. I felt like I was out of touch with myself. The things that meant the most to me, I did not have the energy to do them. No appetite, none whatsoever. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, it affected my productivity levels, my energy levels. Literally everything was affected. As time went by, all these things were brought to my awareness. Baby girl, you're not yourself. You're not your energetic, lively, yay, productive self. What's going on? And I was like, no, things cannot continue this way. I need to find out what went wrong and also what's going on. And I remember that day, I just sat down. I was like, God, guide me. Guide me. And then all of a sudden, an idea crossed my mind that I should sit down in quietness, switch off my phone, basically make sure that there are no distractions, and face the white pages of my journal and record everything that comes to mind. Not just writing on, I'm not fine, wada, but it was a very structured exercise. What do I mean by that? I broke down my life into roles. What are my roles? I'm an individual, first of all. I'm a Christian. I'm a research student. I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend. I just listed them all, and then I zoomed into each and every area to say, all right, how am I doing? I did a serious check-in, and I was very honest because there was no one around to judge me. It was just me and my journal. So I was honest. All right, as an individual, Mamusa, how are you doing? How are you doing? And then I responded, I am not fine. And then I started breaking it down. Health and wellness, how am I doing? Growth and development, how am I doing? You know, in different categories. I did not just ask the question of how I'm doing, but I also went on to ask, where would I want to be, or where would I like to be? What would I like to achieve in each and every area of my life? And I was honest, this is where I would like to be. This is what I would like to do. And then the third question was, how will I get there? What is it that I need to do in order to ensure that I achieve whatever it is that I have listed? And I thought about it, and I wrote everything down. I must mention that this was not an easy exercise. It was uncomfortable because I really had to be honest with myself. It was a necessary exercise, yet very uncomfortable. And it was worth it. Guys, I don't know how to say this, but I'm grateful that I did that. It was the most helpful exercise I did. I did not just look at my life as a whole, like a ball, saying everything is not fine, therefore my life is miserable, my life is this and this and that. No. Instead of doing that, I just divided my life into different categories, because that's how it is. I am not just a research student. I'm a lot of things. I'm also a daughter. I'm also a sister. You understand? And each and every area of my life contributes to my well-being. Okay? So it was necessary for me to zoom into all these categories and see how I am doing. And I also got to discover that it was not in all areas of my life where everything was going south. In other areas, things were fine. But because in my head I was just looking at my life as a ball, like, oh, it's not going well. But that was not the case. So I'm just here to say that that's what I did, and it really, really helped me a lot. It gave me clarity. It gave me enthusiasm to say, at least I know what to focus on. At least I know what to do from now going forward. And after everything was said and done, I asked God to help me to be in tune, be back in rhythm, and also help me to execute the things that I had planned to do. Yes, and I also told myself that this season in my life is called being intentional. I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine, and I was telling her that sometimes we don't get to achieve the things that we want in life, not because we are lazy or we don't have the ability to, but simply because we are not intentional. We are not intentional about pursuing our dreams and going for what we really want in life. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to be very intentional about what I do in my life. So this season, ladies and gents, is called being intentional. I'm going to be intentional about waking up in the morning, winter or summer or spring. I have decided, I have purposed in my heart that I will wake up in the morning, do my workout routine because it gives me vitality, it gives me a sense of purpose. It's a very necessary routine or exercise in my life. I have seen it working wonders, and me stopping doing that, it affects other areas of my life. So I'm going to be very intentional about it, and intentional also about other things in my life. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share with you guys, because the truth of the matter is that life is not perfect. It's not always sunshines and roses. No. Life has its own ups and downs. And the nice thing is that it is through this process that we get to learn, grow, and become better versions of ourselves. Imagine if everything was just smooth. Well, when you think about it, in theory, like, this would be cool. There would be no stress, no anxiety, no depression, no crying. Yay, everything would just be fine. But I'm not sure about growth. I'm not sure whether or not we would develop and grow and, become strong as individuals. I'm not sure about that. Yes, going through challenges is not easy. But looking back, like once you have overcome that season in your life and then you look back, you're like, God, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to go through that. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have learned 1, 2, and 3. So I am grateful. And one thing that you need to remember is that life is like, your life as an individual is like a wheel. This wheel is made up of different compartments. If one compartment is not thriving, it doesn't necessarily mean that the entire wheel is not functioning properly. Well, yes, it might be affected either directly or indirectly, but it's still functioning, right? It's like our bodies. Our bodies are made up of different organs. Some are very tiny, some are big, some are fragile, some are sensitive. Yeah, there's a whole lot of variety going on here. So let's say that you mistakenly cut your finger. What's going to happen? Well, of course, you're going to bleed and feel pain. But does it mean you can't function because you cut your finger? Of course not. Yes, you'll experience pain, but it doesn't mean that your entire body cannot operate. However, it's important for me to mention that if you neglect this finger, you'll end up attracting microbial growth, and you will have infections, and the wound might actually expand or take long to heal. So you need to take care of this part that is not thriving. Take care of it so that the entire body can operate at its optimum level. So the same applies in our lives. A wheel with different compartments. Sometimes it happens that one compartment is not thriving. So instead of saying, my life is a mess, rather do a serious check-in. Go into each compartment, into each category, and see how things are going. And if there's one compartment that really needs your attention, then you need to focus on that and ensure that everything is fine. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be well. Our well-being is of vital importance. It is very, very important. So we need to be intentional and proactive into ensuring that we are well. And that may mean that you have to sit down in quietness and just attend into each and area of your life. See how things are going. Be honest. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Be honest. How am I doing health-wise? How am I doing with my relationship with God? How am I doing at work? How am I doing at school? How am I doing in my relationships, in my family? You know what I mean? Do that thing, it will help you a lot. It will give you clarity. You will see things clearly and you will know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. So yes, guys, that is basically all that I wanted to share with you. I hope it helps. It has helped me right now. My girl is back in flow. Really, Bona. Yes. I'm grateful for this exercise, honestly. And I would recommend it to everybody. Guys, it will only take a few hours of your time, but it will be worth it. It will save you so much energy and time. So do it. Yes, ladies and gents, and that's all from me. Please keep well, keep safe, and keep healthy.